What's up, guys? It's Bobby Buckets, and I'm back for another video. In this video, I'll be going over the best shooting badges in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. There's a lot of new ones. There's a lot of returning ones, so there's a lot of badges to go over. Before I get into it, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and here we go. So I just made another mock build that gets all the shooting badges, so I can talk about all of them. Let's start with anti-freeze, which is a badge that makes it hard to get cold and lose your takeover progress. Now, this is a new badge, but to me personally, I wouldn't use this badge because I feel like people don't get on cold that often. Now, if you feel like you're getting on cold a lot because maybe you're playing against people that have heart crusher, stuff like that, or maybe you want to use it. But for me personally, I don't feel like you should be getting cold that often. So this is one of those new badges I would not use. Blinders, it becomes unfazed by defenders from the side. Now, this right here is a new badge, and it is the best badge in the game right now. If you are on their side at all, you can get 1% contest with this badge. I've seen people, they just run at people and get them on their side and then shoot it 1%, and you feel like you're right in their face. I've seen other clips where people jump right by them, but they're a little bit on their side. It's a 20-some%. Now, this game, if you get in front, you get good contest. But if you are on their side and they got blinders, it's crazy how good this badge is. I'd run on Hall of Fame. You can run on any build because if you're in the corner, people, they close out late and they're on your side. Boom, it's 1%. Guards definitely should have this on for sure. When you're moving and grooving, you know what I'm saying? Get them on your side. Blinders activates. Great badge. Catch and shoot. Boost the chance of hitting a three-pointer immediately after a catch. This is one of those badges that kind of is around every year, and people have their different thoughts on it. I think it's good just because most of the threes that you shoot, unless you're a guard, is catch and shoot. So, obviously it's going to activate more often than not. So, if you're a catch and shoot player, I would definitely use it. Circus threes, boost to step back threes. This is another new one that I think is really good. Simply what it does is gives you a boost whenever you shoot step back threes, and the step back threes are OP in this game. Really, if you get open off a step back, they're easy to green. Now, I would say you don't really need circus threes because you can definitely still green it without it. Like, the step backs are easy to green. I was greening on my lock player without circus threes in the park, so you can definitely go without it, but it does give you a boost, so it's still a pretty good badge, and it's new. Clutch shooter increases the ability to knock down shots in clutch moments. This is one of those badges, if you have the extra badge points, it's going to help you in the clutch down the stretch, which can be good, but you're not always going to be in those positions. So you might not always need the badge, but if you have the extra points, might as well use it. Corner specialist gives a boost to shots taken in the corner. Returning badge, simply, if you're playing in the corner a lot, on whether it's Park or Pro-Am, you should have it on because that's where you're shooting. It's going to give you the boost on most of your jump shots. If you're not in the corner, if you're up top, don't use it. It's that simple. Deadeye, it reduces the impact of a defender who is closing out. Now, this is still an okay badge, but I feel like you don't need it. I definitely would use blinders over this. If you have the extra badge points, maybe, because, it might give you a little bit less of contest on closeouts, but at the same time, you don't really need it. Also, because you can green lightlies in this game very easily, so, like I said, you don't really need it, but if you have the extra badge points, you might as well use it. Deep threes, what it does, extends the range from which a player can effectively shoot threes. If you're up top, guards, popping centers, you should definitely have deep threes on because it's kind of like corner. If you're up top, that's where you're gonna get the boost from shooting deep. But I also like it on my corner build because you can hash stop on the wing, and shoot from anywhere on the court at that point. So I think it's good for any build. But if you don't see yourself shooting up from the top, then don't use it. Difficult shots improves the ability to shoot difficult shots off the dribble from mid range. This is another returning badge. It's pretty much good on like fadeaways and leaners and stuff from mid-range, like I said. So if you shoot a lot of those mid-range shots, then use it. If you don't, you probably don't need it. But it's pretty much off of fades too. So if you just pump fake and step for a midi and normal shot, I don't think it activates. Fade ace, it improves the ability to shoot post fades. I will say post fades are back. You can green them. So if you catch yourself shooting post fade, this badge will give you a boost. And now post fades goes by, they took the attribute out, and now it goes by your mid-range rating. So, like I said, if you shoot fades, then you might as well use it. If not, don't. Green Machine, it increases the bonus given for consecutive excellent releases. This is a badge that's good The only thing is you have to green before it activates. So for me, I personally don't use it because I kind of look at it as like a volume shooting type of thing. Like if I'm playing corner and pro-am or something like that, and I'm not getting that many shots, you know, if I'm only getting 2 or 3 shots a game out the corner, then that means even if I green my first one, it would only activate on like 2 more shots. But for guards and stuff like that who's shooting a lot, it's very more useful because once your green machine's going, like it's way easier to green. It's definitely easier to green. But so I would use it on Hoff or Gold if I'm one of those guards. But if you're not getting a lot of shots, then it's not really going to activate, especially if you don't green. If you get, you know, say you get 5 shots a game and you miss your first 2 and you green your third, you know, those last 2 it might activate, but it's not going to activate for many shots. Hot shot, it boosts takeover meter after hitting jump shots. Everyone has been using this badge right now. If you want takeover, pretty much if you make a shot, it does give you a big boost. For me, it kind of depends on how many badges I have on my build because I'm not a big takeover guy. I'm not big on, you know, I want my takeover. And I don't personally think the takeovers in this game are as OP as the old ones. There's only a couple that I feel like are OP, but I feel like in current gen, they're a lot more OP. But it's still a good badge if you want takeover. Like I said, I use it on my lock because I have extra play or shooting badges, so it's going to help me get my lock takeover by making 3s. Hot Zone Hunter, this is another returning one. It boosts the shot percentage for attempts taken in a player's favorite spot. This is another one I think it's probably the second best behind Blinders because once you get your hot zones, it pretty much can activate in all your hot zones. So if you get hot zones all across the court, no matter where you shoot, Hot Zone Hunter is going to activate. So this is one of those badges that for me, I think is the second best because like catch and shoot, corner specialist, deep threes, they only activate in certain spots, hot zones, and all your hot zones. So if you have them all, you're just going to activate more shots than not. Ice and Veins, it improves the player's free throw percentage during critical moments. Now, this is a badge that no one really uses before, but now with everyone having low free throw and stuff, it might be, if you have the extra badges, you might want to put it on because a lot of people have been missing free throws down the stretch. But for me, I think I got like a 70 free throw, so I'm okay with greening it. If you know your free throw, you don't need it. If you don't, and you know, they might try to hack a shack you down the stretch, so maybe you throw on Ice and Veins to help that. Rhythm Shooter, improves shots taken after breaking down your defender. This is one of those badges for guards. If you break down your defender a lot, you shoot off that, Rhythm Shooter is going to help. If you don't, if you're in the corner and stuff like that, you're not really dribbling, then you don't need the badge. It's that simple. Set Shooter, and increases shot rating when taking your time before shooting. At first, I thought this was going to be a really good badge, but pretty much, I feel like, I don't know how often you wait to shoot. Like for me, I like taking quick shots. But if you're a popper or something like that, where you know they might be leaving you open a little bit more, Set Shooter can be good in that aspect. Slippery off ball strengthens the player's ability to get open off the ball. Now, I would say these are good centers. I know centers, they'll help them with slips and stuff actually like that. And sharps, some sharps use them, some sharps don't. It's going to help you with dexing a little bit and stuff like that, but you don't need it if you know how to dex. So it's kind of up to you, but only like sharps and centers should use them, not like if you're in the corner or something like that. Sniper, it boosts to well-aimed shots. This is a new badge. And I'll just say this, if you're shooting with the stick, the new pro stick shooting, one, you're insane, because that's insane to be trying to center shots, and especially people who try to center with no meter, you're insane. But I guess this badge is for you, but I don't shoot with the stick, so I'm not using it. It's that simple. Stop and Pop, it boosts shot rating on standstill 3-pointers after dribbling. This is another one for guards. You know, if you're going off the dribble and then you set your feet, this is where it activates. If you're not dribbling, you don't need the badge. It's that simple. But it's really good for guards that are shooting off the dribble and that set their feet. Now, like it's not like difficult shots where it's shooting fades and stuff like that. It's dribbling, and then you stand still, set your feet, and then shoot. So it's good in that aspect. But other than that, don't use it. Tireless Shooter improves the player's ability to make shots when fatigued. This is another guard one because, you know, other players on the court, you shouldn't be dribbling a lot to shoot. Pretty much, you shouldn't be fatigued because you're not dribbling. But if you're dribbling, it's good bad because it's going to help you when you're fatigued. More shots will go in. It'll be easier to green shots like that. Next up, the last one, Volume Shooter, boost shot percentages as shot attempts occur throughout the game. Like a lot of these, this is a guard one because mostly, unless they're feeding you out the corner and you're getting a lot of shots, volume shooter is not really going to activate. But if you're a guard and you're taking a lot of shots, you're gonna continue to get boosted as the more shots you take. So that's where it's gonna be a really good badge. If you're taking 20 shots a game, stuff like that in Pro-Am, it's gonna activate a lot more. If you're not, then don't use the badge. It's that simple. Yeah, so that's all the badges right here. Pretty much with shooting badges, to be honest, I feel like, the ones that you want on your build, you want them as high as you can. I don't think it's one of these, they're type of badges that you want like bronze, silver. It's like, no, like I want hot zone hunter, Hoff. I want blinders, Hoff. I want, if you're in the corner a lot, corner specialist, as high as you can get it. But, it's not like, they're not like kind of defensive badges or stuff like that where you want like bronze for animation. So that's all I have for you guys in this one. Let me know what you guys think of the video. If it was helpful, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.